Welcome everyone to Executive Talks. Today we will discuss about the 8 levels of financial freedom. The objective of this video is to share with you the levels of financial freedom and let you assess for yourself what level you are currently in, which in turn will motivate you to plan your dream retirement with financial freedom. Before diving into the first level, let me explain briefly what financial independence or what financial freedom is. Financial freedom is the status of having enough income to pay for your expenses for the rest of your life without having to be employed or depending on others. Let's start with level 1, not living paycheck to paycheck. Most of the people earn just enough to cover their daily or monthly expenses. They depend entirely on the monthly paycheck, that is the salary. What happens if an emergency expense occurs? Do they have enough to cover these expenses? It could be a medical emergency, having a party, or a major family event. This is where having some excess fund or emergency fund comes into play. Do you have an emergency fund that you keep for unexpected expenses? Or is your salary not enough for your monthly expenses? This is the first step of financial freedom, having an excess or emergency fund. Level 2 of financial freedom, enough money to quit your job for a while. As I told you earlier, financial freedom is your ability to cover your expenses without completely depending on your job. Now what if you can quit your job for a while, maybe a month or two? Will you be able to cover your expenses? I'm not telling you to quit your job and see, but calculate for yourself and see. If you take a vacation for 2 months without going for your work or taking a long leave, do you have enough money? How long can you spend without your paycheck? Level 3 of financial freedom is enough to be financially happy and still save. This level is where you start to enjoy your life and you have enough money to support it. It will be nicer to treat yourself with a good dinner at your favorite restaurant, wear a branded shirt, travel when you want. After all that, if you can still save some money, you have achieved level 3. You enjoy your life and still save enough money for your next level of financial freedom. And the next level is freedom of time. As a famous saying goes, you always know how much money you have, but you never know how much time you have. Level 4 is all about having time for yourself. Financial freedom together with freedom of time. It's about leaving the routine work, starting to follow your passion, make time for your family, friends, and most importantly, for yourself, and not being affected financially while doing it. This is the level where you have flexible time, paid leaves, working remotely at your comfort. How much of time do you allocate for yourself and for your passion now? Is it the money that is limiting your time? Ask yourself. Level 5 is enough for a basic retirement. The word retirement itself gives a sense of relief to you, doesn't it? Not having to go to a job which takes most of your energy, coming home and not having time for yourself. But what if you can retire early and still have financial freedom? Have you ever thought about how a basic retirement would feel like? Getting out of the rat race, living peacefully, having time for yourself, and still be able to cover your basic expenses without going to a job. How many more years would it take for you to do this? Do the maths and see for yourself. In the earlier level, we talked about the basic retirement, where you won't have much of the luxuries that you have now. But what if you can retire and still spend and maintain your current lifestyle? The only difference is you are not depending on your job because you have financial freedom. Won't it be nice if your passive income could cover all of your current expenses? How much would you be needing to achieve that level of financial freedom? Level 7 of financial freedom. Enough for a dream retirement. Living and enjoying your life. Buying whatever you want. Having a lifestyle you always dreamt of. What will you do if you have enough resources, savings, and passive income sources to retire and live like a king? That is level 7 of financial freedom. Who doesn't like to live like a king? Traveling to wherever you want in the world, whenever you want, in a first class flight seat, staying in the most luxurious hotels, and living the best of life with your family and friends. Your dream retirement. What if I tell you you don't have to wait till you are 60 or 70 to achieve this? You can achieve this level of freedom if you have sufficient knowledge of financial freedom and if you could start working on your passive income streams. After all, what's the fun in having a dream retirement at 70 years when you can't even climb the stairs at your own home? Early retirement with financial freedom is perfectly achievable by anyone if they plan properly and start working on it. What comes after level 7? Level 8, right? Yes. This is the level where you have exclusive level of financial freedom. Level 8 of financial freedom is more money than you could ever spend. This is where your wealth is so much bigger than your expenses that one lifetime is not enough for you to spend all of them. No matter how much you spend, your wealth won't end. This consists of people who have found most valuable treasures, or examples of people like Bill Gates and the top billionaires of the world. Even if they go on to buy planes, ships, or whatever they want, they will still have money left. Quickly summarizing the 8 levels we just discussed. Level 1. Not living paycheck to paycheck. Level 2. Enough money to quit your job for a bit. Level 3. Enough to be financially happy and still save. Level 4. Freedom of time. Level 5. Enough for a basic retirement. Level 6. Enough to actually retire well. Level 7. Enough for a dream retirement. Level 8. More money than you could ever spend. Now, take a moment and ask yourself which level you are currently in. How much of financial freedom do you think you have? If you think you don't have a higher level of financial freedom now, that's okay. Remember these 8 levels and use this to motivate yourself. Set clear targets for your expected level of financial freedom and start working on it. Where will you see yourself in 10 or 20 years from now? Running the rat race, doing your routine job, or enjoying your life with financial freedom? It will be just a matter of time for you to retire like a king and live your life.